Whoa!
Tactical gear, though.
This is different.
Still ridiculous frickin'
This came with the original GameCube version. It was just an excuse to let people play as Ada before Separate Ways was envisioned. It's okay.
I seem to remember that the fact that she's wearing tactical gear here made for a lot of really fun plot hole discussions on game FAQs back in the day.
He's wearing heels still, though, so...
Yeah, that I don't even remotely...
They're not as pronounced as regular high heels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
but, you know, even when tactical, she still has class. That's our Ada.
Okay, we'll go with that.
It's just gotta be a habit at this point, wearing that kind of stuff.
Look, you know what? I would be more scared if there was ever like a scene in a Resident Evil game and Ada just kicks her shoes off, because you know you're all fucking dead at that point because she's taking her weighted clothing off.
Honestly, I will say that I had one coworker who like always wore heels to work, and I was just like, why do you do this? Like
he knows.
None of us. You work with us. You don't have to impress us. And she was just like, yeah, I understand that, but if I wear flats, like my thigh or like my what are they called? Calves. That's what they're called. She's like, my calves hurt. And I was like, okay, that sounds really weird. And I didn't believe her to start out with, and she was just like, no, that's totally a thing. And one of our other female coworkers backed her up on this, and I was just like, okay, so that's clearly what Ada's got going on right here. Just if she doesn't wear heels, she just like destroys her legs and back, and she can't run. Period.
That was an interesting story, but I was more amused by the rifle being flipped.
I saw that too, and I was just letting it stick there. Because...
So we gotta journey around this map and get 5 MacGuffins?
Oh yeah. Like I said, they just wanted to give people an excuse to play it. Look at that fucking flip.
That's so
her
good.
Showing off.
That is so good.
So hard.
I love that. That is the fucking most Ada thing ever. I love it.
It is incredibly Ada, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Honestly, I would be impressed if somebody could do that in real life. I bet somebody could.
Maybe. You know, I mean, like, you'd have to be super athletic and
very light.
Yeah, you'd have, like, specifically, you'd have to be very short.
And not carrying a few 100 pounds worth of like fucking gun gear.
Yeah, you probably could.
I mean, she's got like she's carrying like a fucking sniper's rifle, a pistol, ammunition, a whole bunch of other things. She's got an attaché case there somewhere.
That's cute that you think those things weigh anything.
It's cute that you think that they exist in the context of this game.
Well, I know they don't weigh anything in the Resident Evil universe.
Exactly.
Because, like,
are we not living in the Resident Evil universe?
I honestly don't understand why everybody just doesn't walk around with rifles all the time in Resident Evil, because it's clear it doesn't slow you down at all.
Because it doesn't take place in Kentucky.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Oh dear. Oh wow, that didn't take long.
He will kill people if they walk in front of him, but that takes effort.
Yeah.
That dude don't give a fuck.
And, you know, you'd probably have to hide behind cover so you didn't get shot, so you wouldn't really get to see it anyway.
I got this. That's why you need the rifle, is killing these guys.
Mm-hmm. Pop them in the head.
You know, every time we sit down to record, I've always just forgotten, like, the stone-faced stoicism that all of the Ganado take being shot with, and it surprises me all over again.
I suppose when you think about it, they're just the parasites inside of the host. They don't really so much, like, care about the pain that their host is going through.
Pain is nothing.
Oh, my foot!
Being shot in the ankle apparently is.
Hey, well, you get that. Like a lot of their death animations is them trying to continue moving, and then the body just expiring on them.
Body's just like, nah, dog.
We done.
No, that ain't happening. That's the cool guyism I was waiting for.
Wait, what? Okay.
Nah, that ain't happening.
Nah, dog. that ain't gonna happen. happen here.
It's like in Anime World War II when Imko's about to kill herself, and you're like, "Nah, that ain't happening," and we're done. That's just a cool guyism that lives on.
Why don't
that's
more
fair.
people in the Resident Evil universe design their own giant tank-busting gun blades?
That actually is a fair question.
Why don't more people in the Resident Evil universe just go, "Nah, that ain't happening," and do it? Like Chris. Chris looked at Wesker and says, like, "Nah, that ain't happening," and killed him.
Honestly, I was about to say Chris was the one that I'm surprised hasn't made a massive gunblade. Because truthfully,
Because he is a massive gunblade.
It still just seems weird to me that after all of this time, his weapon of choice is still a handgun that is about the size of his left eye.
The dude likes to keep it practical.
Man, there is nothing practical about fighting kaiju-sized bioweapons with a damn handgun.
That's just overkill right there.
What?
That was just overkill right there.
Yeah, well. I give that guy's dancing an 8.
I took out the parasite style.
Dude, that was a good shot. Giving you props here.
It's acceptable.
Oh, here we go.
But not
Woo!
predictable.
The grand treasure.
That fucking jump, dude.
It's so good.
I don't understand.
I mean, it's her showing off. It's purely her being, hey, look how athletic and strong I am. And you know what? I would too in that situation.
Can't kick him for no reason.
Yeah, I saw that. That was really weird.
I put that. Okay, I can do that time. And then his head exploded, so it's...
It explodes your head, so that'll work.
TMP's a bad weapon, guys.
Totally. I have no idea why anybody would ever use it.
Has anyone ever actually said that the TMP was a
No.
bad weapon? No, I was gonna say.
No,
like,
they have. They just... If we started casting shade, just be even more petulant than every time I keep saying that.
The big note about the yes, also that was incredible.
That was very nice.
The big note about the TMP is that since it tends to come into its own rather late, so by the time it becomes, you know, the finger of God destroying all, everybody has already used it and dismissed it, not realizing that it gets good about an hour after it's introduced.
Yeah, like I always like it, like the limitations on the ammunition and the damage and the recoil and everything like that. Like TMPs in games in general tend to relegate them into pretty sorry spots in general.
That is a fair statement too. You know, like usually when you see a TMP like that, submachine guns are like explicitly made worse because shotguns are meatier and thunkier and people want to use them more, so they have to keep them on par with the shotguns, and submachine guns simply don't end up with a niche. What do you... Oh.
There is really no reason for them to give her this small case size, gotta say. You know, just like Mercenaries, there's no reason for them to give everybody small case sizes, thus forcing bullshit inventory management.
No. What do you want to bet that it was just less work to do it that way, so they were just like, eh.
It was that, or just have one of Lewis's buttons pop off, and so the budget only was gonna let that happen.
I'm surprised you had that on the top of your head to answer with.
Hey, I'm the best. I actually just
hold
watched
on.
that video when you uploaded it. So
Press square to infiltrate.
Oh, I love it. I'm a little sad she didn't do like dumb splits or something when she landed. That seems like something Ada would do. It's just like, God damn it, I'm like the world's greatest gymnast, and I'll never win an award because I'm a fucking spy. God damn it, I'm gonna show off.
I could have seen her like landing on one toe and then doing like the one leg flared out movement.
Totally necessary movements, by the way.
Of course, you've got to absorb that shock somehow. You really didn't need to do all of that, you realize.
I'm about to start picking up MacGuffins, which do take up inventory space.
Okay,
Man.
that's fair, I suppose.
That is like
like
the worst of things. Like they managed to avoid doing that in like the main game. Like, so why is this a thing now, video game?
Honestly, if they were going to do that, I mean, that's fine, but they really should have just given you the extra large attaché. Like, that's just absurd is what that is. These guys aren't fooling me.
I like the sound when they get shot in the thigh.
I don't know. I always like it when they just start, you know, wiggling back and forth. What? Oh.
Uh-oh.
Wow. This is
that is a warning sign of things to come.
It most certainly is. Like, that took me completely
That's
off
scary.
guard. I thought I was going completely insane for a moment.
Okay, well, we are recording this on Halloween because it seems to me like we just can't stop.
I always forget every year that Halloween is actually on the 30th/31st. It always seems to slip my mind. I'm not gonna lie.
You realize that October only ever has 31 days, right?
That's not the point. I'm just saying I never remember when Halloween comes up.
Yeah,
Okay,
it actually gets asked to me a lot as well. Okay, it's going backwards too. I'm really actually starting to get very scared now. All the guns are upside down. The song's going backwards. Help! Help!
I don't understand.
I've just looked behind me. There's an attaché case sitting in the corner ominously. I'm getting concerned.
Ugh. It's better. I have just like, whoa, shit.
Woo.
I have a
Ring-a-ding.
I have a nondescript cylinder just rotating out of the corner of my eye, and every time I try to look at it, it disappears.
You see, I would like to imagine that having the guns upside down in the inventory probably will like upset like people like Loon more than they'd upset people like Cool Guy.
No, I mean, like, they were. It would have bothered me if he hadn't just done the whole reverse Time Warriors warp thing, and now I'm just too freaked out to be annoyed. Fight or flight is officially in play.
It's like that one guy who like defeats his villain rival by filling a pool with macaroni and cheese, and the genius's autism doesn't. It cripples him because he can't accept that this is happening.
I am not.
That's how
you're talking about, but it sounds incredible.
I've never seen anything of the comic aside from that page, but yes, it's basically the dude just.
Good God, man!
Just destroys a genius's mind because so they just tend to like things very ordered and things like that. No crane game today?
I don't think.
No, you can't do it here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it allows you to do it in assignment either.
That's too bad. Because it would have been absolutely hilarious to crane that guy into a pit.
Yeah, seriously.
Hi.
No, the game would just crash because there's no animations for that. Then again, it probably wouldn't crash. He'd just float upwards, then be carried over, then just float downwards.
Oh, that would be beautiful. See, I love it. I love it when games try to do things that they don't have.
See, because Resident Evil doesn't crash
Yeah.
over shit like that. Resident Evil just finds a way to make it work, and then it's like, all right,
Yeah, it just
Going
happened.
on like this. Oh, okay. So that guy had dynamite. I was not.
It was, yeah, they both had dynamite, but I want to point out that one the guy threw wasn't even lit, but he threw it and it magically lit itself anyway.
It sounds like some serious tricks going on there.
Yeah, just self-lighting dynamite. It's fine. I'm glad there weren't many enemies like that that could do serious damage while they were on the ground in Resident Evil 5. That would be a pain in the butt.
They were a pain in the butt in this game, so I'm hoping they were just like, we should not do that again.
I was gonna throw a grenade, but I was like, that one got away. Fuck it.
Why would I bother? Everybody knew you were gonna.
You didn't go for booms.
Everybody else shielded for him, man. What was I supposed to do?
If it had a grenade waiting for you in the incredible emergency red case for grenades.
That guy's face. All of the
Because, like,
shields.
Leaning
There
in
you
like, well, it kind of seemed like the
Oh,
Like
look at all that blood.
the ammo boxes there. Yeah, well, the ammo boxes text just got effed up in there.
You know, I'm honestly a little bit more.
No, because it's flipped upside down, so you just see the back of it, which is featured.
Okay. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Loon.
I do sound pretty horrific backwards. I definitely sound like I'm channeling Satan out my butthole.
It sounds like we're channeling a lot more than Satan. You know, Cthulhu, Moloch, Hades.
Oh, my foot! My ankle!
A bit of Beelzebub. Are we going like the 72 demons of Solomon?
Seriously, like, I mean, that's rapidly
all being summoned out of my butthole. This is terrible.
And just so long as you don't get the one demon that is a literal cock riding a wheelchair, whose name I always forget. Just don't get that coming out of your butthole.
Mara.
Mara Aramov?
No, Mara from Persona.
Yep.
I know.
He was making a siphon filter joke.
Oh.
I would never forget Mara.
I forgot Mara.
That's because she just sort of shows up out of nowhere and does Mara things and then leaves again, and nobody has any idea from whence she comes or where she goes.
Mara and a siphon filter is kind of like Ada, except much less interesting
and much more random. I'm almost more comfortable with this like completely screwed up thing because at the absolute
because it's really just showing people what to expect if you were playing the game.
I saw that. I saw that guy get moved by the door. That was cute.
I see the stun stick. You can't fool me. Okay. Okay.
There we go.
Right. Anyway.
We're almost done here.
That was adorable.
Yeah, there was a door involved.
That was why I continued laughing, yes.
God, the fucking I'm getting rid of his bullet stance.
I'll never get over.
Here we are.
Gotta know to shoot this thing to find that.
Jesus, Mary Christ, dude.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
I know you know exactly what I am talking about.
You know. These guys with
You know
shields.
what you have done.
That is seriously gonna give me nightmares. Just like my doppelganger coming for me, spewing my bullshit backwards, eyes glowing red.
Fucker threw a hatchet at me.
Axe right past my face.
I like the little picture of a family on the back of the first aid spray when you look at it and it's flipped around. See that?
This is true. It's like
see, there's an adult and two childlike figures.
Yeah, well, I assume
It's
that's
good for the whole
instructions
family.
of administration. How to administer it. Because, you know, there's not like, they're more like, you know, buddy sizes.
Is this just not cathartic? Just unloading with the best weapon in the game. Destroying people.
Pinging 90% of the shots off of Kato's head.
He does have a metal
That's what
plate on his face.
Yeah.
You somehow managed to avoid the plate with all of those shots. I mean, I'm just pointing it out here.
Yeah. Well, it's only covering half his head. Suddenly...
Is this where Krauser shows up?
I don't know what you're talking about. Actually, I
mean,
do.
because this seems like a Krauser sort of hallway. Oh yeah.
Oh my
okay.
god!
Oh my god, it's Krauser. Dude, cover your leg. Okay, man.
Oh, and he just...
Voltron!
I have some concerns.
Was it the incest baby in the middle?
I don't want to think about what would happen if we infested our incest her baby with Plagas power.
it would be powerful enough to change the world.
Contact chopper.
Oh, look, I'm
Well,
already here. Oh,
there we
look,
go.
it has nothing to do with what I picked up at all.
Punctual. I like that. Is Krauser there?
He's dead.
Pity. But after all, just another expendable grunt. Thanks to you, however, Umbrella's one step closer to its re-establishment. And once it is, there will be significant changes in our world.
I wonder what...
Really, Wesker? Really?
I'm gonna go with that laugh.
I walk out at any meeting where my boss starts like fucking maniacally laughing. Even if I am in a helicopter, I just fucking get up and I walk out.
No, you just go dangle by your grappling gun.
Just
It's like-
straight off the side.
Seriously, that was. Oh dear, I do like this the like the little weird thing there. He's like, oh yes, soon Umbrella will be back, and it's like, but didn't you betray Umbrella? Didn't you like isn't?
Yeah, I'm just
like,
thinking about when we talked about Cobra Commander and all the betrayals. Like when you talked about when Cool Guy asked you who was more Starscream or Cobra Commander, and then we brought up that the one guy who was supposed to be like the real ruler of Cobra, and then in that movie, the second he shows up, he gets betrayed, just thrown in a ditch. I just love when we talk about people getting betrayed for some reason.
I mean, I'm just saying it was a reasonable question to ask then.
Talk about Wesker, he just betrays everybody. It's like, do we expect anything else?
To a certain extent, it's just a pathology with him at this point. He's a little bit like Dexter with betrayals. If Dexter doesn't kill somebody like every couple of days, he goes all buggo. With Wesker, he just absolutely has to betray somebody. It's a mental compulsion.
For whoever he works for, he keeps himself going like with little booster shot style firings of people. Like where they come into work and he's like, "Oh, you've been downsized," and sends them to the basement where they've.
I love this option right here.
Watch the ending movie
Why would
again.
you do
All right, let's do it. Why not? Let's.
You know what? Guess what happened? I did that one time and it crashed the game. Anyway, let's show some
Wow.
extra weapons. The Matilda is Leon's pistol from RE2, the upgraded one, which has that stock and got a 3-round burst. It's not a good weapon. I didn't even show it off. It's pretty bad in this game. Here, you get this for doing a lot of Mercenaries maps. You get 5 stars with everybody on all maps. It's okay.
Yo,
The Chicago typewriter. It says firepower 10. That's a lie. It's more like 50. It's very powerful.
Infinite rocket.
The PRL is
Oh,
the thing of real note here.
Thank you. What are you buying?
I'm presuming you cheated up your
That's
money for this.
that's my non-LP save.
Yeah.
There was no cheating involved, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Dude loves Resident Evil. He's
99.9.
probably played it like 1 trillion times. Like, like that's like the one thing I can believe.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to get him to admit it.
Admit you cheated.
Oh, this is good. Everything about this is good, and not a single thing is bad.
There we go. That's what you try and reload, is it?
Gonna turn into an AA turret.
You got him!
Oh, there we go. Oh dear.
Yes. Well, what did you learn about Resident Evil 4 from this LP? Aside from Cool Guy being wrong about everything.
Fuck off.
Well, I learned that it doesn't really matter what size your inventory is. What really matters is what's in your heart.
Okay. We'll go with that, I suppose.
And if your heart is spinning around randomly for no real reason at all, that's alarming.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah,
The chainsaw guy flips over.
if you take that as the ultimate lesson of this LP, I'm expecting Loon to be in the emergency room within the week.
This is This is the most decimating weapon in some video games right here.
Okay.
That was unexpected. But here's what it does. Anything that can be destroyed or killed, it kills.
Just
And
locks
smashes.
on. Multi-target acquisition.
Yeah,
Wow,
you just
even,
run
like,
into an
even
area
just-
and everything
You're gonna
dies.
kill all of those cows. Yeah! One of them ran away.
That was a dog.
Oh, okay.
This Huey.
Ha ha! Fucker.
Just... It's... This is why I say New Game Plus. Like, you don't have to buy these weapons, but at the same time...
Why would you
Like,
not?
why wouldn't you? Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, this is what you have to look forward to in New Game Plus.
It's a
this is-
good sense of like what people want to do.
Gotta
once they
love
beat
it.
the game if they want to go back into it. It's just fool around.
This is catharsis.avi at this point.
Yep,
Oh,
that's
good.
it.
Speaking of catharsis.avi.
Completely invincible.
I love her visor
And when
coming down.
someone grabs her to try and drag her off, they can still do it, but it takes them forever because she's really heavy. If I'm correct.
No,
Oh, you'll see.
Yeah, it takes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, never mind.
The shotgun doesn't even make her flinch.
She's the best.
Her visor is still the best thing to me.
Oh yeah, the fact she slams the visor down is just the most beautiful thing.
She just sort of nods it down too.
Merchant doesn't give a shit.
Oh, I am immune to my own lasers, Leon.
Then you're gonna pull out the.
To my
Yeah,
own.
Oh fuck, bullets!
my one weakness.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's perfect. You give him a hernia instead.
Yeah.
Gosh, he really is immune to everything.
Oh yeah, no, she's totally invincible in that armor.
So they even understood that it's like, hey, let's have some fun.
Donk.
But people would not have fun if Ashley was still like absolutely easy to get caught
Oh, watch
and murdered
Leon.
and stolen,
Yeah,
etc.
Leon's great here.
Oh,
Oh man, see, attentions to detail are
Yes.
so good.
He's just he
Like
practically
people
uses
who make video
self-harming.
games, and then like companies who often have to make video games for like based on existing IPs with other people. Pay attention to these sorts of things.
that was a good shot. He lost his beret already.
Oh,
Ugh.
this is a good day.
He won't see me! I love his falling animation.
Yay!
Yeah, they understand that beating a game is one thing, but going back and absolutely just
Demolishing it?
just doing a victory run, dragging your butt across the game's carpet is like people appreciate that experience just as much as like a well-crafted game. So like, why not include both? That's what
What the
Resident
fuck
Evil
was
4
that
is for a
jump
lot of
for? I've
people.
never seen that happen, to be honest with you. That's the bullshit attack you gotta watch out for right there.
No again!